Aita for refusing to allow cousin-in-law and his family to move in when they're about to be homeless. My husband's cousin Chris and his wife Rachel have 3 kids, 13, 5, 3, and we've hung out twice since our daughter, 7.5, was born. We're not close. Rachel's always been rude to me. Before my husband met me, Rachel had a thing for him and tried to date him. He never reciprocated, and then when we became official, Rachel started dating Chris. Chris called asking if they can move in with us as they're homeless. Chris and Rachel missed rent payments and got evicted and have been couch surfing with their 3 kids for the past month or so. My husband said he would need to talk to me first. My immediate response was, no. Husband agreed, although he felt bad. Chris's family had been giving them money to make their rent payments, and instead of paying rent, they used the money for other things. Chris works odd construction jobs and doesn't make much. Rachel claims she can't work because of ADHD. Chris called back. Husband apologized and said we don't have the space. Chris tried to say we have 5 bedrooms. My husband clarifies that we don't. We have 4, one of which is my office. Chris says he's disappointed and he would have helped us. My husband says IWFH and need the house to be quiet. Chris says he doesn't understand where we get the impression that their kids can't be quiet and he's offended. Rachel says we have the money and a big house to help, but that we would rather see 3 kids end up on the streets because I'm greedy. I snap and tell her that her kids are not my responsibility, and I'm not comfortable sharing my home with strangers. It's not our problem that they mismanaged their finances and that maybe she shouldn't have gotten her nails done every week and paid their rent instead. She responded that I don't understand how hard they have it, because I'm privileged and providing for 3 kids isn't cheap. So I said maybe she should get a job and stop using ADHD as an excuse, and they should have thought of that before having kids, and hung up. Husband's phone starts blowing up with calls from family members. He picks up Chris's dad's Paul call. Paul wants to know why we're unwilling to help. I ask him why he and his wife haven't opened their home, as this is his son and grandkids after all. He says Chris, Rachel, and the kids stayed for a week, but their house is too small and it didn't work out. I told him that we aren't close to Chris, Rachel, and have no obligation to them, and I suggested he and his wife reopen their home to their son and grandkids. He says they did open their home and now it's our turn. I laughed and hung up. So now my husband's family thinks that we're cruel and heartless. We also haven't disclosed that I'm pregnant, which is also a big reason. They're anti-vax, and I don't want to be exposed. And I'll be going on mat leave for a year as of January, so we're trying to save up. So Aita for refusing to allow cousin-in-law and his family to move in when they're about to be home.